Welcome, Diecast fans. I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Gear Gibbs.
And welcome to the epic final of the Toyota Race Series.
Now, we're running the same point system tonight, but we are actually running 8 races, not just 4.
That's right, Frank. We wanted to give the drivers the maximum opportunity to take out the win. And looking at the drivers, we've got Cam Jackman in the silver and black drift car, Whitey Whitehouse in the white shell car, Matty Brewer in the tsunami grey car, and finally DRT3K in the silver and Joy Toyota car.
I've been looking forward to this one all week, so let's get into it.
As the drivers line up for race number 1, we've got Cam Jackman and DRT3K in the front, Whitey Whitehouse and Matty Brewer in the back row. It's a fairly tight group into KM corner, but Cam Jackman's starting to stretch out a lead. Oh, over goes DRT3K. He's blocking the track, but that's not enough to stop Cam Jackman. He goes through for first place, Whitey Whitehouse second, and rolling in third was Matty Brewer.
Not a great start for DRT3K. He's been really strong in the previous heats, but he just got it wrong here. Went right out wide, catches the sidewall, but then look at the overtake he pulls through Kahuna corner there. And it looked like he was actually trying to stop everyone from finishing, so we'd have to rerun it, but the other drivers weren't having a bar of that, as they just muscled him out of the way so they could get their points.
So plenty of action in the first race. Cam Jackman taking up maximum points, Whitey Whitehouse 4, Matty Brewer 2, DRT3K yet to get a score on the board.
Well, he does get another start in the front row. Hopefully he can do a bit better this time.
Another tight group as they head into the first corner. DRT3K with the lead, Matty Brewer pulling in right in behind him. Oh, he goes wide! He bounces off the sidewall and 2 drivers slip on by him.
That's a shocking mistake by DRT3K. He bounced off that sidewall. Brewer and Jackman just stormed right on by him before he even realised what was going on.
Some great driving there from Matty Brewer and Cam Jackman to pick up maximum points. Cam just holding out Matty by 2 points. The other 2 drivers a little bit slow to get the score on the board so far.
Well, Whitey Whitehouse starts in the front row this time, so keep your eye on that white shell car.
Whitehouse leads him into KM corner, but Matty Brewer out in front holds on to the lead nicely. He starts to spin. Here come the others, and it's a close finish.
I think Matty Brewer held on to it, but crikey, what was he doing? Just like DRT3K, he went a bit wide, bounced off, and then Whitey Whitehouse comes through. Luckily for Matty Brewer, he managed to get in the way of him.
And with 2 wins in a row, Matty Brewer now leading the field 14 points. The closest to him is Cam Jackman on 9.
This should be interesting with Whitehouse and Jackman in the front row this time.
Jackman super quick in the outside as he feeds at the Jandal. Oh, but he's fed it too much, Jandal. He goes over. Whitehouse spinning out front. Matty Brewer on his tail. Here comes Cam Jackman again. Hang on a second. He was on his roof. How is he suddenly challenging for first place?
That Cam Jackman's an absolute mad lad. Look at this. He's giving it the beans, going into the dipper, flips his car. He's on his roof, sliding over the bridge, gets clipped by Matty Brewer as he drives past, and then somehow gets himself back on his wheels. But if that's not enough, he actually catches up to the leader and challenges for first place.
That has to be right up there with the hey damn in terms of the greatest save ever, especially because he not only kept going, but he catches right up. Look at that. He is neck and neck with Whitey Whitehouse. Let's go to the overhead. Oh my God, he won it. He actually won it.
If I hadn't have seen that in one full take, I would have called shenanigans because that was absolutely mental.
Cam Jackman with the legendary win there.
And speaking of legendary, we got a couple of legends in the food truck industry.
That's right, these 2 beasts were sent in by Horthen Sung and Rubber Toe.
First up, my favourite new place to eat, Tatsy of food.
Let me guess, it tastes as good as it sounds?
And then we've got Kitty's kebabs.
So why is Tatsy of food your favourite?
Well, their signature dish is a tube of goo.
I don't see how that sounds very appetising.
Oh, it's delicious, mate. It's like bread wrapped around this huge hunk of goo that's just like sticky and gooey.
Well, it doesn't look like Kenny's kebabs want anything to do with your tube of goo. As he storms away, it takes the first win.
The winner of this best out of 3 race gets prime spot at the canyon.
And we know the spectators are hungry.
Well, especially those bogans, they eat a lot.
So 1-0 to Kenny's kebabs, and he is moving quick.
It's amazing, his food truck moves as quick as his food does through you.
And that is 2-0 to Kenny's kebabs, the official winner.
And remember to keep an eye out around the canyon for both of these food trucks where you can get a great snack.
And speaking of great snacks, it's time for a word from our sponsor, Buster's Donuts. Wrap your mouth around a delicious, tasty chocolate starfish donut. Only available from Buster's Donuts at Chaos Canyon. Buster's Donuts, have you busted one today? We head into the business end of the competition. Cam Jackman leading ahead of Matty Brewer by 1 point. Whitey Whitehouse definitely in it, but DRT3K has definitely got his work cut out for him if he wants to stay in this.
Yeah, the fact he's not even in double digits is not a good sign so far.
Brewer with the lead, but here goes Whitey Whitehouse. He jumps across the nose of Matty Brewer. Whitehouse starts to spin. Brewer goes up the inside, and I don't know who took that out.
Wowzers, these drivers are putting on an awesome show so far. Look at Whitey Whitehouse here, jumping right across, landing on the nose of Matty Brewer, and they battled all the way to the finish line.
And in the back there, in the silver and black, you've got Cam Jackman almost getting a drift bonus. He comes in, gets a nice drift through the corner, but he can't hold it through the exit, so he doesn't pick it up. But who was it that crossed first there?
From the overhead, whoa, Whitey Whitehouse by an absolute whisker.
Well, that's really tightened the scores up. 20, 19, and 18. It's only DRT3K, who unfortunately looks like he's out of it at this point.
Mate, he's out of it like a student during O week.
So Jackman leading them into KM corner, holds onto it, keeps the lead. Looking good. Oh, it looked like we had a drift in behind. A challenge from Whitey Whitehouse there, but Jackman holds on for first place.
I definitely need a look at what was going on behind there. So you got Jackman and Whitehouse out in front, but keep your eye on the two cars at the back there. DRT3K gets up on two wheels. Matty Brewer with a nice drift, and Matty Brewer pulls it off.
DR3TK, crazy bit of driving there, up on two wheels. Gets a bit of a drift on, but he can't hold it on the exit. But look at Matty Brewer in the back row there. That is a maximum drift. We're going to give him 2 bonus points for that.
Oh, if only DRT3K hadn't lost it on the exit. That was just incredible that he manages to get back from two wheels and then drifts nicely. But Matty Brewer, a tasty drift there. Good angle, good distance, and clean out of the Kahuna corner.
And the battle for first place keeps heating up. 2 drivers on 24, 1 on 23. The drivers just putting on a spectacular show tonight.
Every one of them wants to win it, apart from maybe TRT3K, although there he goes into the lead.
And that's Matty Brewer up on the side rail. Oh, he's down on the track. He gets shoveled off the track. And Cam Jackman with the last minute overtake, while Matty Brewer's left lying in the junkyard.
And clocking up 0 points could be the end of his hopes of winning. Cam Jackman getting hit by Whitey Whitehouse, gets up on two wheels and recovers. Matty Brewer, though, trying to block the lane, comes across and then gets absolutely whipped off the side of the bridge.
That was brutal and very reminiscent, actually, of the Datsun race on Friday night.
Almost an exact copy, crazily enough.
Matty obviously trying to win, wanted to take the shortcut, but got his angles completely wrong, then hoped to block the track, but these drivers were merciless. Look at that, as they just shovel him off the side of the track.
Oh yeah, these boys aren't playing around. If you get in their way, you're in all sorts of trouble.
And Cam Jackman with a spectacular overtake at the last minute to take the win, puts him into a solid lead, 5 points and 6 points ahead of his nearest rivals. All he has to do is finish this race and he's got it wrapped up.
We should probably just start engraving his name on the trophy right now.
Hold your horses there, buddy. This is Chaos Canyon. Anything could happen. Brewer with a massive lead, and down goes DRT3K and Cam Jackman, and Whitey Whitehouse pulls up short of the finish line as well.
I did not see that coming. That was the ideal finish for Matty Brewer. It was his only hope. That's 6 points, and nobody else getting anything puts him back with his chance of winning.
Whitey Whitehouse getting some massive air in that Shell Toyota.
Oh, that boy definitely is not afraid to give it the beans.
But he obviously ran out of beans in the final straight here. He gets it wrong and just bounces off the sidewall and pulls up short. Not the way he would have wanted to finish.
A real shame that he stopped prematurely before he got to the finish.
And with those results, we've got a tie for first place. Matty Brewer on 30 and Cam Jackman on 30. Cam only had to finish, but he couldn't manage it.
So yet again, we've got a tie for first place in the final, and you know what that means? It means we've got to go to a best of 3 race off.
So this is first to win 2 races, no drift points. Let's get into it.
And because Matty was the only driver to pull off a drift tonight, we put him in the inside lane for the first race.
They're tight out of the gate, but Cam Jackman feeding it some jantle there, takes the lead through KM corner. Down goes Matty Brewer. Cam Jackman just cruises slowly to the finish line, knowing he's under no pressure.
If Matty Brewer really wants this, he's going to have to pull finger and stop playing dead ant there.
Cam Jackman goes up 1-0. Matty Brewer, everything on the line here. He needs to go hard early, but it looks like he's going to struggle to keep up with Cam Jackman there. Jackman out with a huge lead. Initiates a nice drift, but overcooks it. Slows right down at the start of the chicane to tease poor Matty Brewer, and then rolls across the finish line. Matty Brewer comes in second.
What an exceptional bunch of races tonight, but congratulations, Cam Jackman, you absolute legend. You are the Toyota Race Series champion.
And there's the view most of his competitors saw for a lot of the competition as taillights.
The car's definitely got some battle scars, and not surprising after he went off track, but what a legend to come back and win it overall.
If you've enjoyed this series, hit that like button. Why not leave us a comment? And if you haven't already, please subscribe. All right, thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.